So today we're going to make this cute little treat with some chocolate donuts, or donuts that are shaped, chocolate that's shaped like donuts. And we're just going to make this cute little tag using the Snailed It stamp set and the dies, the coordinating dies, which are snail dies. So we're going to use those, and then we're going to use this die from the Tasteful label dies. And lastly, we're going to just use this stamp here from the Sweet Strawberry that says just for you. Okay, so let's get started. We're going to go ahead and using Memento Black, because we're going to color with some blends, we're going to stamp the snail, and we're going to stamp the small snail and also the mushroom caps here. So let's go ahead and do that, and then I'll do a little coloring, and then I'll go ahead and just cut it, use the one that I already done. And since I can't really see what I'm doing because of the camera up here, got a little off track. Probably pressed down a little too hard, but that's okay. It'll get cut out. Then we're going to stamp the mushroom caps. And then, of course, I didn't stamp that one dark enough, but that's not going to be the finished product. Okay, so for the snail, I'm using the light Calypso Coral and the dark Petal Pink. And then for the heart, I'm going to use the heart in the envelope. I'm going to use light real red. So we're going to go ahead and do that. And we'll leave the rest of the envelope white. I know on my sample, I didn't do that, but I like it like this. Well, of course, you can do it however you want. And we're not going to do a lot of shading. We're just going to do the body in the Calypso Curl. And normally, again, I use the brush tip, but this is so small. Well, not so small, but like this part was tiny leading up to his eyes. It's kind of hard to color sideways, but oh gosh, I hope that's not mine. Okay, we'll see if that is. So not the best coloring, but, and then for this, I'm going to take the dark Petal Pink and just cover the entire shell. And then what you could do is you could go over again with this, the dark, but I'm going to go ahead and take the Calypso Coral and just follow it along that line, and then just like right on the outside, just for just a tiny bit of shading. And then we'll just give it a little bit of texture. And then we'll color the pupils, or this is the iris, whichever one it is. Okay, so we'll do that. So that's that. Now we'll color the mushroom caps, and what I use for that is Poppy Parade. Let's see which one I used. I used dark Poppy Parade, and then for the circles, I use the light Calypso Coral. So let me go ahead and color those. So we'll just do this, and again, this won't be the finished product, but just to show you, like this is the portion that I used the Poppy Parade for. And guys, I'm coloring sideways, so I mean, it'll be a lot easier for you to pick up your blends and just have fun with them instead of how I'm doing it. right now. Okay. So there we go. That. And then I'm leaving the stems. Oh man, I just messed that up really badly. I'm leaving the stems white, but you could definitely take like a crumb cake or soft suede, and I'll just do that now that I messed that one up. I'll do them all like that. And you could actually color the stems if you wanted to. And then for the small one, I just did the reverse. Actually, I think I changed to Real Red and did that in the center. So this was Poppy Parade. Now this is Real Red. And then I just took the dark petal pink and just did the outside ones. And then I actually colored this small one with the Daffodil Delight light and dark, but you're actually not going to see it. But if you decide to change how you plant your greeting, you might see it. So anyway, this is what I did for coloring. I just took the light one, colored the entire thing, and then I took the dark one and just every other one, which was only 2, I did the dark, and that was that. And then for the sprig, I used light Bermuda Bay, and then just colored like that all the way down. So you do that all the way down. Okay, so I already have them cut out. So that one, and we got this one, and I actually just did a little some flicking at the bottom for grass, but definitely not necessary, so I'm sure it's not going to show. Okay, so now basically we're going to build our tag. So again, I used this from the Tasteful label and cut out a piece of Flirty Flamingo, and then I just cut this strip 3/4 by like 3/4 by 2, and this is Granny Apple Green. Okay, and so get the sample here. I'm going to go ahead and stamp this sentiment. I'm going to stamp it using Memento Black. Let's get this out of the way. And it just says just for you. I'll stamp that down here to make life easier for me to get a straight edge. I'm in the camera. Okay. And then all I would do, and my trimmer is so bad I'm not going to show you it, but I'm just going to trim at the top of that. And then cut off to, so I just trim the top, and now I'm going to cut it so where the piece is 2 inches to mimic the other piece. Actually, I'm not going to mimic, not 2, because that'd be too long. So I just cut it to actually cut it to 2, but you're going to cut off so much of it you didn't need to cut it to 2. So that's what I'm left with. And then I'm going to take my scissors, and then just on this one side I'm going to make a tail. Now we have a punch for this, but I feel like this piece is so small, and actually, yeah, I'll just cut in more. I will just cut in the center, cut up to the center, and then take this and cut up to the center. Okay. And then you have your piece like that. So then I would adhere it to the green piece. And I'm using my Stampin' Seal Plus. Sorry, I don't know if I'm getting out of the camera or not. Hope not. And then just adhere it on to your piece. And the reason why I use this green is because I needed a little border so it wouldn't blend in with the mushrooms in the back. And this part didn't matter, but we need to make a tail on this end, or banner, whichever way you like to call it. Actually, it's a tail of a banner. Okay, and then the other side, try to mimic where it is, so whatever the center of the other one is, of the green one, and then just cut it as well. So now we got that, and then our snail is going to cover that portion up. Okay, so let's start building. So we have this, and then we have our piece here. And yes, blends do bleed, but doesn't matter for this project. And I kind of put it at a slight angle, like I slanted it. And then I put the sentiment sort of at an angle as well. But wanted to make sure I left some flirty flamingo down there. And then I took this guy and I used some dimensionals, I think 3 of them, and just, we're going to go ahead and use 4. Okay, that, and we'll take those off. And then we'll just put this guy or girl like that. And there we have it. And then I thought maybe we better spruce it up a little bit. And you could actually use whatever gems or, you know, embellishments you have. I just used these because I actually had them sitting here when I started this project. So I'll do like that. And there you have it. Okay, so then what I did was, I'll show you that in just a second. And if I lost my little piercer, okay. So for this part, guys, I have to put my mask on and gloves on because I'm actually going to give this to one of my relatives. And so just out of courtesy, I do not, you know, in case I have anything, I don't want to give it to anybody. So I'm going to put on a glove, just one, and then I'm going to put my mask on and show you, actually let me show you this first before I start messing with the product. So this actually is came from Target. And they're Belgian chocolate, but just shaped like donuts. So this is what we use for the inside. And they were in the back where the Valentine's Day section is. And for this box, the flavors are vanilla cream, chocolate cream, strawberry cream, and caramel cream. Okay, so now I'm going to put my glove on. Actually, I lied. I want to get it so I don't have to touch as least amount of packaging as possible. Okay, so just give me a second. And what I'm using is like a food safe plastic sleeve. We carry food safe items, but that'd be like the mini paper pumpkin box or whatever. So this I actually did not get from Stampin' Up. And the gusset bags that we have, I don't believe are food safe. So, all right. And now for this one, I had a bigger bag. This one's smaller. I'm hoping that I can get these in sideways. I don't know if I can, and that's, if not, then that'll just, oh, hold on. Sorry to put my face mask on. So I'm hoping it'll fit sideways. If it doesn't, I can still show you how I like tied a bow or whatever, because I don't think it's gonna work. I think it's gonna smash it. No, it's gonna tear it open. Yeah, okay, so it's not gonna work. And plus I just touched this one, so I have to eat that one anyway. What a good excuse. Okay, let me close it back up. And let me take this one out so I won't give that to anybody. And I'll put these back in. And I'll take my mask off. Okay, so sorry that I couldn't show you the packaging of it, but what you would do is take your little tag, pierce a hole in it with whatever piercer, or, you know, if you have to have scissors or whatever, and kind of go around and make it a little larger. And what I did was I took some of our twine in that combo pack that I showed you guys last week, except I didn't use the pink one, I used the white one. And then I just adhered it in there. Let me do it this way. And then just push it in. Pull it back on the other side. And then just cut a piece, because it doesn't have to be long, because you're just going to tie it through the bow. So I used, for the bow, I actually used the 2020-2022 in color ribbon, and this one is the Magenta Madness. And so I can't demonstrate that, but you would you could put this through first and tie it, but I didn't do it that way. What I did was I actually tied the bow. So however you tie your bow, okay, make it however long or pretty you want it, and then you can adhere, you know, tie this into there, or better yet, tie it around here, which is what I would do. So just tie it. So imagine that's on a, you know, a package, and you want this to be dangling, so you want to leave a little bit of room, and then I would just tie the knot just like that. And there you have it. So then you're going to have, this ribbon's going to be on the bag, and this is going to be hanging, and that's what you have. And you have a little treat to give to someone. Well, guys, thank you so much for joining me, and hopefully I'll have another project for you next week. Bye-bye.